I fostered for Columbia Animal Shelter, and I've also fostered for Palmetto Lifeline. Columbia Animal Shelter is the city shelter, and Palmetto Lifeline is privately funded. My name is Julia Jackson. I'm in my junior year here in the visual communications major at USC, and I fostered for 2 shelters in the Columbia area. I really wanted to start getting into fostering, mainly when I kind of wanted to adopt an animal for myself, but I wasn't really ready to make that commitment. So I started fostering, and I actually ended up adopting my first foster cat, so it didn't work out the best, but it was a great experience. His name is Finn. He was my first ever foster cat, and he only likes to be held being draped over the shoulder like this. He weighs about 15 pounds, so he's a really big boy. And fun fact, he got hit by a car, and that's why he made his way into the shelter and made his way into the foster program, because he needed some help getting better. So this is baby 1. So I've only done cats, so I can't speak much for dogs, but for cats you have to feed them usually twice a day, dry food and wet food usually. You also have to scoop their litter box quite frequently and make sure that stays clean. And then you also have to make sure they have water and, play with them, make sure they have some kind of stimulation. Sometimes it's definitely a responsibility being a student and both a pet caretaker. For example, some nights when I don't think I'm going to get home that early, I have to think about what times I can be home to feed my cats, so that involves, around 6 p.m. and also in the mornings around like 9 or 10, so I have to plan that into my schedule, kind of make sure I'm staying located here so I can keep an eye on them, not just doing whatever I want all the time. Last year was when we started fostering, and my roommate actually was the first one to ever foster, and so we kind of all just talked about it and agreed we would love to have a cat come join us in our little home. But yeah, it's definitely something you have to take into consideration, because you're not just going to be sharing a space in your room, you're going to be also sharing the living room, the kitchen, everything else. So everyone was really excited about it, and everyone in my house loved it, but you definitely have to think about that before. There's Cleo. Oh. Come here, Cleo. Cleo is one of 2 siblings. She is around a couple months old at this point. And this is her little brother, Ozzy. They're both fosters from the Columbia Animal Shelter too. Here we go. And we kind of have plans to adopt both of these. And this is Ozzy. He actually goes by Wobble because he has a medical condition called cerebral hyperplasia, where he walks and wobbles his head really funny. He doesn't have enough cerebellum, so he doesn't really have his balance at all and wobbles everywhere he walks, and that's why he got the nickname Wobble. But my roommate is actually adopting him, so he will not be leaving us. I definitely think they give me a lot of attention, a lot of love. They love to cuddle and they love to play. So it's a great thing for my mental health as well, not just good for them. I would definitely recommend fostering. I think you can kind of go through your fosters and ultimately find your pet of your dreams, and it's a great way to help out the cats that need out of the shelter, and that gives space for more animals to come in, so it's always a great thing and I would always recommend it.